Hey, what's up? It's Ben from WOD Prep, and we have a really special video for you today. I'm going to teach my buddy Jake how to do double unders. So, Jake reached out to me earlier this week. You might recognize him from a previous video where we taught him how to do ring muscle-ups quite easily, I might add, because he's a very strapping young lad. Anyway, he reached out to me earlier this week. He's like, Ben, bro, I got to get better at double unders. And I said, okay, I'll teach you under one condition. You let me do it on video, live, with no script. We have not worked in his double unders at all. I don't really know how they're going to look like. And I'm going to try to teach him live for you, the audience, whether you're someone who's trying to learn double unders or if you're a coach that's trying to learn how to spot flaws and maybe teach an athlete how to get to the next level in their double unders. This is going to be a great video for you. Really quick though, Jake, tell me a little bit about like what do you do? Why do you need to learn double unders? You do like a shoe channel? What is it that you do, Jake?
Yeah, so I run a cross-training shoe YouTube channel and website. And long story short, like I've always scaled the double unders and just did normal single unders because I'm a meathead, I'm a bro. I usually compete in powerlifting. I don't necessarily compete in CrossFit, so I've never needed to really be good at them.
Sure.
But that being said, it's one of those skills that like I've always had like kind of looming over my head that I'm like, I would love to just be good at that and be efficient. So here I am letting Ben put me into a video and make me look like probably not as much of an athlete as I am.
This guy's really athletic. So this is a special video near and dear to my heart because when I first started CrossFit, and probably some of you can relate to this, I was able to pick up a lot of the movements kind of easily just due to an athletic sports background. Double unders, not so much. It took me a while. So I'm going to try to impart my knowledge on double unders into Jake. But really quick, before we dig into and actually see what his double unders look like, if you want a completely free training guide, the ultimate guide to learning double unders, completely free, go to the link on the screen, or it's in the top comment or in the description below, wodprep.com/du, and you can enter your name and email address, and I would love to send you that free training guide directly to your email. Let's get into it. Without further ado, Sir Jake, please demonstrate a couple double unders for the audience.
Now when you say demonstrate,
do the best you can.
do the best I can.
Perfect.
Took my hat off.
This is unscripted, folks. On that first attempt, not only did he hit the top of his head, that's a sure sign that his jump rope is too short. When he attempted the double under, the rope didn't click the ground twice. So actually back up, I'm just gonna do a little demo here just to show. But when you're doing double unders, you should hear the rope clicking the ground each time. You can hear it's tap, 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 tap. When he tried that double under attempt, no tap. Now let's see how it looks. Try it one more time.
And then for reference, I'm also 6 foot. So
you're also 6 foot, so definitely shouldn't have been a medium.
I did one.
You did one.
I did one.
He did one. Excellent. I love it. So let's start with that. Let me see this. So what I can tell right away watching him jump is that his jump mechanics are pretty good. You got one double under and then you weren't quite able to continue it, right?
Yeah, and for context, like that's always what screws me up. I can usually get one and then it's like my brain's just like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? And then I like either hit my shins or I just go back to single unders. And that's why like we're here because I just can't connect them well.
Yep, awesome. So what I normally do with athletes like this, like I know he has the physical capabilities to rebound his jump, right? I know how athletic you are in the deadlift, in the 1 mile run, and all these other things that you do. Like this boy trains hard. So I know that jumping isn't going to be a problem for him. But before we go straight to, all right, now we're going to try to get you unbroken double unders, I find that a lot of athletes, especially athletic athletes, they try to go to unbroken double unders right away, and that's actually a bit of a crutch for them. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to have you with the same form, with the same kind of style of jump that you just did. Your only goal is to do a double under. At all costs, do one double under, but then try to keep the rope spinning and do as many singles as you need to do another double under. Okay, that's it. So it's 2 total double unders. Do one, and then keep that rope spinning and try to do another. That's your only homework right now.
Oh boy, put me on the spot.
Excellent, relax. Perfect, you nailed it.
That was actually that's literally probably, like, this is not scripted. That was actually like the best I think I've done in regard to not like having that brain freak out and like, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do?
Yes, and you know why? Or actually tell me why. Like, why do you think you didn't freak out?
I think having the right jump rope length helps a ton, like hearing that click, because now I'm like connecting the click with my brain, so I'm like, click, click, okay, slow it down, click, okay, click, 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 click. Like,
yes,
I'm listening a lot more than I have, and that's never been something I've even thought about.
Perfect, awesome. And then another thing I would say, even on top of that, combined with the listening, is because I'm not telling you just to do double unders, a lot of times people, they'll mess up the first rep because they're worried about the second and third reps, right? You're thinking in the future rather than being in the present. So what happened was, I was just like, I just want you to do a double under and keep the rope spinning. Eventually, what I'm gonna have him do is try to shorten the reps in between each double under. So without getting ahead of ourselves, let's try to do exactly what you just did, but see if you can do 5 double unders for me total, rather than just 2.
Okay.
Almost, he got to 4, okay? But really good, right? So like I can see the progression there. You're demonstrating control of your rope. What did you feel?
So I know for a fact, I think I started thinking about the 5th,
Yeah.
and so what I did was I pulled up my feet this way, and it screwed up my whole timing, and that's why I kicked down and caught myself.
Sure, and that's what happens whenever we start like thinking ahead. Like the key here that I'm trying to do with Jake, and I do this with a lot of athletes, is like, again, rather than going for that big unbroken set, it's not time for that yet. It's time just to work on accumulating good reps. So, for the sake of time in this video, if I was coaching him, I'd probably have him do that a few more times and eventually unlock it. And then eventually he's going to get so good at that where he's going to be able to do 10 plus no problem. Okay? What I would do next is see if we can trim down the amount of singles in between each rep. So I think right there you were doing maybe 2 to 3 singles in between each rep, right? So I'm still going to have you do a couple practice singles in the beginning, but then maybe 1, 2, double, 1, 2, double. Let's see if we can just do 2 singles between each double. And remember, all I care about is accumulating those doubles. So if you need to do more singles, that's fine. Just focus on making it count. Excellent. Right? Exactly. That is like the next progression that I would have Jake do. The one thing that I'm noticing with Jake is that his jump is so consistent and smooth. I would say I actually want you to make it a little bit less smooth. Like I want you to be potentially slightly more aggressive with your jump and your spin, so that when you do your double under, it's like you're gonna get it. Yeah. It's not like a passive, relaxed double under. It's like I'm getting it, and then I take one break. I get it. I take one break. So maybe it would look something like this. Right? You can see like I'm trying to exaggerate it, but I'm jumping a little bit extra high. I'm really pushing through with that rope, and I'm making sure that I get that double under. So let's try that. You can have a couple singles in between, but then eventually see if you can go double, single, double, single. Just try.
And exaggerate the double.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, try it again. Yeah. We'll do a few sets of this. There you go.
Pretty good.
Good. Yeah. So that was 3 single doubles, unbroken, and I could tell like now what started out in the beginning, where it was like maybe you can get a double under. That's like an afterthought now. Like you're getting it every single time when I tell you to do it, right? And my guess is that even if I toned things back a little bit and I said, okay, I bet you if I challenge you to do 10 double unders without stopping your spin of the rope, do as many singles in between each double as you need to, I bet that you could do it because you're learning so much about your rope control right now. So he's learning how to control his jump and control his rope. Those 2 things are fundamental in being able to finally string together unbroken double unders, okay? So, again, let's say as a coach, we're probably hanging out there for like a class or 2. But if you're doing like a full day of double under development, I'm gonna start to challenge him and take it to the next level. So we've gone from just get 1 double under to get a double under and keep the rope spinning to do a double under, keep the rope spinning, and see if you can accumulate more double unders. So we're at like level 3 here. Then I trim down the amount of single unders in between each rep, and now we've done single double, okay? So like we've leveled up. We're going through a very pronounced progression. I don't need to fix anything about his form because his jumping patterns are great. His spinning, his rope control looks pretty solid. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking him through this progression. The next thing we're going to try to do, and this is the big leap we call it, is to see if we can do just 2 unbroken double unders. So here's what I want it to look like. At the beginning of every set, I still want you to do a couple warm-up jumps because it's kind of like feeling the beat of the song, right? You feel the beat and then you jump into it. And like, if you ever watch someone double dutch, right? They're sitting there watching the rope and then they jump into it and they do their whole double dutch thing. We have to find the beat first. So I still want you to do a couple, find the beat, and then I want you to give me an aggressive double under attempt. So all that is you're doing a double under, You hit the ground and you're springing right back up. Cool. Let's see, without any other coaching, let's just see if you can get 2. That's all I care about is 2 unbroken double unders. That was 2.
That was 2?
You did it. Normally it takes a lot longer to do that. You're an athletic guy. That was awesome. So that was 2. He did it. Why do you think you were able to do it?
Well, you know what's funny? After like the last 3 progressions, I've always messed up the first one. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just mentally wrapping my mind around hearing, feeling the beat, and then figuring out like the tenacity in which I need to spin.
Right. You're getting a little bit more aggressive with your spin and your jump.
Yeah.
Which is meaning like you have more room for error on the double under.
Yeah.
Okay. It was beautiful. He absolutely crushed that. So obviously, coaches, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have him hang out there because I think based on the rope control and the jump control that we've just developed in this progression, I think we're moments away from seeing him make a pretty significant breakthrough. It might take some time, but let's do it again. I'm going to challenge you again. There's going to be lots of tripping. This might take a few sets, but again, do a few warm-up reps and just see if you can give me, instead of 2, let's do 3. See if you can do 3 unbroken. Oh, I think you made it through. One thing I saw there is we got 2, right? So he's already like, talk about a progression from the beginning. We've made a major progression, but now we need to work on the timing in between each jump. What I'm noticing is that there's a bit of there's too long of a pause in your wrist flick. So it's like you're going double, pause, double. And that's just like a little bit too long and it's messing up the timing. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put the rope down and practice one of my favorite drills, which is the penguin clap. So the penguin clap just looks like this. I'm jumping in the air just like I would for my normal double under, and then I want you to pat your hips, 1, 2. It sounds like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's about the rhythm that we do it in.
Okay.
And you'll notice I'm not just like barely clapping. I'm actually like using my forearms because when we actually transition to the double under, it's flick, 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 right? So clap, 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 clap as you're jumping. Let's see if we can play around with that timing. Oh, he got off beat.
I got off
right?
beat.
So did you feel the beat there though?
Yeah.
So let's see if you can keep the beat for a solid like 5 to 10 reps.
I'm like fairly certain Happy Feet would never cast me.
There you go, good. The last one sucked, but the first 10 were really good. Okay, the last one sucked. You would have tripped on that one, but that was good. I saw you got off of it, but then you fixed it. Like you were able to feel that rhythm. So with that, let's try another set just to see if we've messed around with that timing at all. Again, do a few warm-up what I call big single unders, so nice big jumps with a single spin, and then when you feel the beat, go into, again, our goal right now is just to get him to the next level, which he was at 2 unbroken double unders. Let's try to get 3. That's all I care about. That was, did you? I think you made it through for 3. It was so close. Try one more time. That was 3 for sure.
3 for sure.
3 for sure. Excellent. I think you had the one before too. So, ladies and gentlemen, all we're doing here is we're taking how we would approach a snatch, a clean, a back squat, a bench press, all of these things that we would improve with progressive overload. That's all we're doing right now. Is I'm taking him and I'm moving him from level 0 all the way through the next level. So, what do you think the next level is, Jake? If I was your coach, right? 4. I think the issue with a lot of coaches and with a lot of athletes is they pick up the rope and they just go for a 1 rep max. They go for infinity, right? There's no predefined, this is my goal going into this set, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. When we start adding specific goals for the athlete, it's amazing how the universe conspires to make it happen, right?
Yeah, and to that point too, I think one of the things that's always held me back is to that point, I always expect to be really good. So when I don't pick it up super fast, I personally get super self-conscious because my sport is powerlifting and I do a ton of different cross training, but when it comes to this skill, I've never been good at it. So always in CrossFit gyms, I'm always super self-conscious. I'm just I'm just chill doing single unders.
Yeah.
But that's always my mentality too, where it's okay, I should just be good at this. And it helps to break it down and kind of swallow my ego there.
Yeah, and it's really hard. So what I'm going to do, one last thing we're gonna have Jake practice is a progression. So this is a progression that I do at every single one of my double under seminars. In fact, I did one not too long ago at the Phoenix, which is a nonprofit gym in Denver. The only drop-in fee is 48 hours of sobriety. It's an awesome place. I gave them a double under seminar, and I'm going to give you a little mini version of that double under seminar. So here's what I'm going to have you do, Jake. You're going to mimic me here. We're going to do 5, 5, 5, and then into a set of double unders. So here's what it is. So it's 5 speed singles. A speed single is just a single under as fast as you can go. Right? Like how fast can you move just with doing single unders? You're going to trip. It happens to everybody. So after around 5 of those, you're going to relax. And then you're going to do 5 really big, slow single unders, simulating that double under jump. You see how that rope was spinning way slower, but I was jumping high enough for a double under to take place. Then I'm going to put the rope down. I'm going to do 5 penguin claps. And then after 5 penguin claps, now I'm going to put it all together. I'm going to take this jump rope. I'm going to do 5-ish big singles until I feel the beat. And then I'm just going to go from those big singles into a set of double unders. And what's your goal for this set for you personally? 4, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I just did how fast can I move the rope? So rope control. How slow and high can I jump? Jump control. I added a timing component with those penguin claps. And now I just put it all together. I feel the beat. Right into it, okay? So let's try that. We're going to do one progression, and we're going to wrap this sucker up. So 5 speed singles as fast as you can go. And you're going to trip. This is the hardest part. Do it again. Just a couple more. It's hard. And what this teaches you, so this is a quick lesson, like what this teaches you is with speed singles, you start to realize the interplay between fast rope, fast jump, right? Slow rope, slow jump, right? So you're spinning really fast, but you're not jumping fast enough for it, right? So it's like this weird thing, but it helps with that timing. So try a couple more. There you go. All right, now relax. I want you to do 5 really big, slow single unders. Good. Now let's do 5 penguin claps. Those are looking good, man. All right, so shake it out, take a nice deep breath. No rush. And all you're going to do is just a set of big singles, feel that beat, and then just go into a set of double unders as best you can. And we can give it a few attempts as well if you trip. I saw that the beat was off. I don't know if you could tell it, so take a deep breath, take your time. You can always edit out a 10-minute break, that's totally fine. And then, yeah, just like when you're ready, don't start those double unders until you actually really feel like your timing is dialed in for those singles.
Sounds good. I'm off, but
It's okay.
I'll get it back.
That was good, good. I loved watching you play back and forth with the timing. You could feel that the beat was off, but you fixed it. The rope kept spinning the whole time. That's fantastic. So what I would do as a coach is like that would kind of be your homework moving forward is practice those speed singles, because I think that almost like threw a wrench in this where it's like, whoa, what happened? So I'd be practicing, I'd be going through that progression multiple times. And then ultimately, like as he's fresh, I know like we've done a lot of jumping now at this point, but as he's fresh, we're gonna just get him to keep trying a few big singles into a set of double unders and just see if we can expand it. So because he was only able to get 2 there, now we can always move that benchmark back a little bit. And how about just give me 3 double unders, see if you can do that. 3 dubs. Close, very close. Just got a little wonky with the timing, right? Yeah. I think you're actually spinning maybe a little bit faster than you need to.
Like just speeding up every rep, like.
Yeah, you don't need to speed up. It's not a runaway train.
I'm gonna keep doing this shit till I die.
There you go. That was 3, almost 4. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's how I would work with someone, especially if I was working one-on-one or in a class. I'd work them through that progression. We started with just trying to get 1 double under consistently. And then fast forward, now we're to the point where, Jake, as you're working through this, as you're practicing maybe a few times per week, either before or after your normal training session, your goal is just to keep bumping that benchmark number up. One of the biggest hacks that I used in my training with double unders was, I just had a journal and at the end of each workout, I would circle the amount of unbroken double unders I did, and I would increase that by 1 every single session. Maybe like 3 times a week, but every time I would practice double unders, I just increased that a little bit. And then I remember one day it was like, where my goal was 10, I just knocked out 50. And I was like, I got it, right? And they're gonna come and go, but the key is consistently work through that progression. 5 speed singles, 5 big singles, 5 penguin claps, and then 5 big singles into your goal, into a set of double unders, and that's really gonna help. Everybody, I hope that you really like this video. We have lots of free double under training, and if you really want to learn double unders, we have some paid double under training in our course called Double Unders Unleashed. All of those links are below. If you want to get the jump rope that we use where you can interchange cables and things like that, I'll make sure to have that link below. Jake, where can they find you if they're looking to see what the latest and greatest shoes are?
Yeah, so if you're into cross training shoes, CrossFit shoes, my channel is Jake That Fit Friend. You can also find me by name, Jake Boley, B-O-L-Y. I'm also on Instagram at Jake_Boley. If you ever have questions on shoes, how things fit, how things perform in regard to other shoes, hit me. I love interacting with the community.
Or how to grow a luscious mane.
I don't, it's it.
Dude, thank you so much for coming. I know this was a lot for you to come on and like be in public, not being great at something, but I think we can all agree you made a lot of progress, and I wouldn't be surprised by the time we actually release and edit this video, there might be a video of him doing a lot of double unders unbroken that hopefully he sends to me. So fingers crossed, we don't know. We're gonna try that.
Thank you, Ben.
All right, see you in next week's video, and all the links again are below. Actually, before you go, leave a comment. What is the one thing that you took away from me teaching Jake? How did I teach you in this video? What's one thing that you learned? Leave a comment below and let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.